Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and today I have two more of the Beads of the Month clubs to share with you for January 2022. I have the single hot and trendy and single 2-hole Beads of the Month clubs. And as a reminder, I have a coupon code if you'd like to try them out. That coupon code is Opal10. That will save you 10% off the first month of your first club if you decide to try them out. And you can check out all of the past unboxings that I've shared to get an idea of all the different clubs they have, because these are not the only two that they have. So definitely check out their website, which is linked right down below the video and has all of the details that you need to know. These are the single sizes. They also come in double sizes, but every month you'll get 8 containers in each club. And with the single sizes that you see here, the amounts will just be kind of like cut in half as opposed to with the double club. So as you see here too, you can also decide to choose more than one club to get every month. And that's great, especially if you know what kind of beads you like to work with on a regular basis. So you can see they also have 2 different names. We have Emperor Butterfly, which is the theme of Hot and Trendy, and Southwestern Style, which is the theme of our 2-hole club. Those change every month, which is really cool because you get to go through a variety of different color schemes, and it's always an exciting surprise to find out what comes in the mail. So I think first we'll take a look at Emperor Butterfly, the Hot and Trendy Club, and we'll do a little flip over. So you see some of these beautiful high quality check beads here. And with Hot and Trendy, you're gonna get some more adventurous shapes, sometimes multi-hole shapes, and sometimes some new and different coatings and shapes that have come on the market. So cannot wait to check out these closer. I'm going to get organized and we will take a look at each of these 8 containers one at a time. All right, so the first container I have is holding the dark bronze Arcos Parpuca beads. There's 6 grams included. And you can see the kind of semicircular shape or kind of rounded shape that they have. There's 3 holes that run through the beads. As you can see there, we've got a beautiful dark bronze color that will really go with a lot of different things because it is a neutral. The next container is holding some dark bronze matte Minos Parpuca beads. There's 6 grams included here. And while you don't have to use the Parpuca line of beads together, these do happen to fit really well inside of the Arcos beads that we just took a look at. So that's something to keep in mind, but you can definitely use these with anything you'd like. They have the coordinating dark bronze color. It's just that these are matte and not as glossy and shiny as the first beads we just looked at. The third container is holding some ivory AB striped daggers. There's 25 pieces included. It looks like these are the 1-hole daggers. Those are gorgeous. I love these stripes that they have with the AB kind of metallic rainbow-like coating. Really makes these otherwise kind of plain daggers really come to life. But at the same time, they're not really too much in your face, and they make beautiful beaded flowers, for example. I think those would look great. And they also have that very smooth and opaque look to them underneath the stripes. Container number 4 is containing some ivory AB druck beads in the 4mm size. So here again, we have a pretty basic shape actually. These are a 4mm round glass bead that are pressed. You can see that little bit of a line in the center to show you that they are a pressed glass bead. They have that AB coating, again, that metallic rainbow-like finish. It's not on the full bead, just part of the bead, but really elevates what would normally be a pretty neutral looking bead. Container number 5 is holding the dark bronze lentils. It says there's 55 pieces included, and by the way, there were 85 druck beads. Lots of these very shiny, reflective dark bronze lentils. They have the hole that is drilled off center. They're a flat disc-like shape, and one example for these is to use them in kumihimo weaving. because of the way they stick out, makes them really interesting and add a lot of really cool texture to those types of beaded, knotted pieces. So we've got a lot of neutrals here, right? Let's bring in a little bit of color with some blue, and we'll start out with the container that is holding the Jet Full Azzurro heart beads, 50 pieces included in this one. And I've always been a big fan of this color combination. It's like a black background with a shiny electric deep blue that pops against that background. You can see that there are quite a few of these heart-shaped beads. The hole runs through the center. And we actually got some of these, or I did at least, in the last month's club in a Capri gold-like color. And I actually showcased in a finished jewelry update how I use these heart-shaped beads, not just as stringing into a necklace, but also using them in a couple of bead weaving projects. Our 6 containers holding the Jet Full Azzurro teardrop beads. And I know I've said before a lot, I love this shape. I think it's a very versatile flat teardrop that lays nicely, especially in the front of a necklace or at the bottom of an earring. They've got a hole that runs through the top at the side of the bead, and both sides of these have that very vibrant blue that pops off of the black background. And for our 8th and final container, we have the Jet Full Azzurro bridge beads. These are another 3-hole bead in that combination of jet and metallic blue. There's 6 grams of those in my hand, and by the way, there were 15 of the teardrops that we just looked at. And you can see why these are called a bridge bead. They have a bridge sort of shape, and similar to the Arcos, they have got 3 holes that run through the bead, just like that. And I've used these quite a bit in different tutorials and things, so I will try to link some of those in the corner, and also I will try to link some in the corresponding blog post. So once again, I mean, just a really cool combination, really different combination too, of these high quality check glass beads. And even though this is the single club, you still get so much to work with and can really do a lot with the amount that you get. And if you signed up for the double club, you'd get the same 8 containers. You just get twice as much of each kind. This theme is different from past themes. We did get a lot of neutrals in terms of the bronze and the ivory, but I do also really like that they balanced that out with the pops of bright blue. So now that we've seen these 8 containers, let me go ahead and pull out the 2-hole beads of the month club, and we can take a look at that and see what 8 containers came in that one. All right, so bringing this one back, it's called Southwestern Style. So it looks like maybe some earthy tones, some green, and indeed, these are beautiful, and I'm seeing some things that would actually happen to go with the first club we just looked at, which is kind of cool. And it doesn't always work that way. It doesn't have to work that way, but sometimes that's nice to get things in both clubs that coordinate. All right, so with this club, you're going to see a variety of 2-hole bead shapes, just like the name suggests, and they are going to be high quality check glass, sometimes Miyuki beads in the Tila varieties. And there's so many different 2-hole beads out there. You'll get different ones each time, not just these particular 8 shapes that you'll see here today. You'll get different ones each and every time. So again, great way to build up your stash if you know that you like to work with multi-hole shapes, especially if you do a lot of bead weaving. So first of all, we're going to start out with a container that is holding the opaque green turquoise bronze Kos Parpukas. There's 6.5 grams included. Such a lovely combination of the opaque turquoise. You get just a small dusting of the bronze over the top. You can see that half moon kind of crescent shape that they have and the holes that run up and down parallel through those beads. And I think this will be a lovely combination, especially bringing some of that bronzy tone with some of the other beads this month. Next up, we have some of these pastel cream Cheops Parpukas. There's 6.5 grams included. Love that light satiny cream color. I have used these in some projects and tutorials as well. So again, I'll try to link some of the corresponding tutorials that I have to go with some of these shapes. These are a triangle, just like you can see, and they have two holes that run up through the base of the triangle and come out through one of the peaks on either side. So as you can see, they have that creamy, satiny, just off-white color that makes them a perfect neutral to go with a lot of different things. The third container is holding what they're saying are the turquoise green Picasso dauble beads, 15 of these included, and this is the first time I have heard of these. So here we go. They kind of remind me of the concept of a round duo where they are just a round bead with two holes that run through, but they're slightly different. Where the holes are at the front and the back, there's almost a minor pinched look right on either side of those, which is kind of interesting, but they're definitely a spherical shape. And just like the first selection we looked at, combining that opaque turquoise with just a little bit of those bronzy neutrals. Up next are the pastel cream half moon beads. There's 50 pieces inside. And these are a little different in the sense that they've got the two holes that run through the face of the semicircle as opposed to up and down through the side. So those should be quite interesting to work with. We're bringing in some more darker bronze here with the jet bronze pyramid hexagons. There's 5 pieces in here. These are really cool. So you can see why they're called a hexagon, and they have a pointed top. The holes run through the bottom and then they have a flat base. So you can use them as kind of like a cabochon. You can bead around them, and because of the size and shape, they can pretty much hold their own. They're pretty chunky and substantial. We then have some 2-hole daggers. These are also in the jet bronze. There's 25 pieces inside. Some more deep metallic neutral but dark bronze, and some more 2-hole daggers to add to my collection. I've been saying that each time I get the 2-hole daggers, I really like that concept because of their shape. If you wanted to turn these into a beaded flower, that just gives you an extra level of stability. You don't have to support the base of the dagger quite as much because you have an extra point where these are being strung together with something. The next container is holding the green turquoise Ivy Picasso Duet Super Duo beads. Gotta love the duets. One side is different from the other, and this is the perfect color combination for this theme. We have 12.5 grams of these, and look how beautiful those are. Really cool combination. You can do some interesting things with your designs when you're using the duets. I've definitely used some of these in the past in some tutorials, and you can take advantage of the fact that they are different on one side than the other. And depending on how you look at your piece, sometimes it's kind of cool because if you pay attention to how you use them, it can look almost different from one angle than another. The 8th and final container for us to look at is holding the Ivory Luster Gem Duos, 7 grams of those included. These have a beautiful, like light caramelly sort of camel color. You can see that silvery luster that is coated over the top, which makes these even more shiny. And that diamond-like shape, they've got the 2 holes running through each of those points, with an additional little bevel detail at the top. And this is definitely a shape I really enjoy working with. So that is everything for the 2 clubs I received this month. You may have received different themes. If you are a subscriber to either of these 2 as well, that can change just depending on what you've received in the past, also what they have in stock, and these might come around to you in the future if you hadn't received these already. Just to give you a heads up on that, don't forget you can use the coupon Opal10 to save 10% off the first month of your first club if you'd like to try them out, and you can find out so many details from their website. Also, another perk is that you get 3 free pattern downloads every month. That link will be located on your invoice inside of your package. Great, especially for these types of beads that you see here, the more adventurous shapes and multi-hole shaped beads. I'm thrilled with 2 additional varieties that they've sent. Like I said, every month is something different, and I appreciate getting any type of color combination they put together because I like not getting the same thing every month. And they've been so consistent over time. So make sure you check the playlist I have for Beads of the Month Club as well. There's so many unboxings that I've done for them. It should give you a really good opportunity to see the types of things to expect in their clubs over time. And if you are not located in the US, feel free to send them an email or give them a call. They list both of those options on their website, and just let them know where you're located and they will be happy to send you a quote for shipping for your specific location. I want to give you all a big thank you once again for unboxing these with me. I hope it was helpful for you to see these clubs up close and get a feel for what they're all about. I look forward to using the beads, of course, in upcoming pieces and tutorials, so be sure to hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified when I'm posting future content, including finished jewelry updates, where you'll see some of these things pop in over time. If you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a big thumbs up. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of these clubs or anything else you'd like to say. And don't forget you can share with your other beading friends. That's all I have for now, but until next time, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and as always, happy beading.